All right, we are just getting word of something interesting that went down on the Capitol yesterday. Call it Boehner unhinged, whatever you want to do. The House Speaker very angry at a number of Republicans for pulling what he says was unadulterated nonsense, breaking with the party rank over how to handle this trade deal, saying, I made it pretty clear to the members that I was very happy about it. He was talking about a closed-door meeting with Republicans who were bucking him on how to go about being in sync on voting on this trade agreement that ultimately ended up embarrassing the president because more Democrats voted against him. But the speaker was not happy with how a number of Republicans acted and bolted from him. I don't know if that included Republican Congressman Jim Jordan from the fine state of Ohio, but I do know, Congressman, you were not for TAA or TPA, the actual trade authority granted to a president on a variety of other levels. But did you catch the speaker's wrath on either or both? Well,
yeah. First, I am for doing trade the right way. So I am for a TPA process that makes sense and has the appropriate checks in it. I voted for every trade agreement that I've ever had here in
But not
Congress.
those two. But not those two.
But not those two. Right. Well, TAA is trade. That's a welfare program. That's trade adjustment assistance. That's a welfare program. If we believe in free trade, if we believe trade creates opportunities, why do you need a new welfare program?
Just explain. The TAA, the adjustment, was something that would carve out some relief for businesses, unions that would be affected. You said no to that.
Exactly.
What I want to know is, did the speaker say, hey, you bolted from us, you hurt us, that was a bad thing to do?
Yeah, I was one of the 34 who voted against the rule. They had to go get some Democrats to actually pass the rule, which sets up the entire parameters of the debate.
Did he say anything or do anything to you as a result? Is your office now like a janitor's closet?
No. I mean, I don't worry about the repercussions. We haven't experienced any. He yelled at the folks, but instead of yelling at us, why doesn't he just work with us? I mean, they tried working with the Democrats, and they saw how that turned out. They left them standing high and dry. So why not work with us? We said, don't put in the welfare program. Put the proper checks in place so we can keep a check on this president as he negotiates the biggest trade deal in history. And don't have any linkage to corporate welfare, better known as the Export-Import Bank.
So you think
we want that thing to go away.
Because we are told, Congressman, that he booted 3 defectors, Cynthia Lummis, Steve Pierce, Trent Franks from the Republican whip team. That's pretty vindictive.
Yeah, and all 3 of those members are members of the House Freedom Caucus, which is a group of us conservatives who are supposed to be here fighting for the things we told voters to. The bigger issue here, Neil, is this. Did we talk about trade promotion authority with this president? Was that a key issue in last fall's campaign? I don't think so. I mean, it's important, I get that, but that's not what we told the voters we were going to do. There's a poll out. You know why, Neil, 65% of Republican voters think Republicans aren't doing what we said we would do? Because we're not doing what we said we would do. So let's go back and focus on what we told them when they gave us this huge majority, the largest majority in 80 years. Let's go back and focus on those. Dealing with the president on the executive amnesty, reforming our tax code, dealing with all those issues. Let's focus on that. Instead, we move heaven and earth for a trade bill. We make a deal with the Democrats, and they run away from it, and somehow it's our fault. I fail to see that.
Do you and the speaker still talk?
Yeah, well, of course. We'll still talk, but I hope he starts working with us. We think our proposals are common sense and consistent with Republican principles, consistent with what we told the voters we would do. Let's do it that way instead of trying to work some special deal with the Democrats and they run away at the last minute.
All right. Thank you very much, Congressman. Appreciate that. All right.